You wake up on a Monday morning, and there's a feeling you don't really talk about. You're not broke. You're not struggling. On paper, everything looks fine. You have a job, a steady income, a routine, but deep down, something feels off. It feels like you're running on a treadmill. You're moving, working hard, showing up every day, but somehow you're not actually getting anywhere. Every month, your salary hits your bank account like a promise. A fresh start. This time will be different. But then reality kicks in. Bills get paid, expenses pile up. Small purchases here and there. And before you know it, you're back at zero. Again, you tell yourself, next month, I'll save more. Next month, I'll do better. But next month comes and nothing really changes. So you start blaming yourself. Maybe I'm spending too much. Maybe I lack discipline. Maybe I need to cut coffee, cancel subscriptions, stop eating out. And yes, those things help a little. But they don't fix the real problem. Because the real problem isn't your spending. It's deeper than that. Let's start with the number you think defines your financial life, your salary. Let's say you earn $60,000 a year. Sounds decent, right? But here's the question nobody asks. $60,000 compared to what? Compared to last year's prices? Because those prices don't exist anymore. Inflation quietly eats away at your money every single year. On average, about 3% to 7%. That means your money is losing value. If inflation averages 5% over 10 years, your $60,000 salary feels closer to what $37,000 used to be. You didn't get a pay cut, but your lifestyle did. Now, maybe your employer gives you raises, 3%, maybe 4% if you're lucky. It feels like progress. But if inflation is 5% and your raise is 3%, that's not a raise. That's a loss, a slow one, a quiet one. And that's the first layer of the trap. You think you're moving forward, but you're actually moving backward. Now let's talk about the second layer. Your time. Because money isn't the only thing you're trading. You're selling your life hour by hour. You work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, around 50 weeks a year. That's 2,000 hours. Those aren't just numbers. That's your focus. Your life. And here's the harsh reality. Those hours are limited. You can earn more money, but you can't create more time. Once it's gone, it's gone. Now here's where it gets interesting. Your company pays you for your time, but then generates multiple times that value from your work. They might bill clients 5 or even 7 times what they pay you. That's not a conspiracy. That's business. But you're on the wrong side. Now let's do some real math. Let's talk about your commute. The average worker spends 90 minutes a day. That's 375 hours a year. Gone. That's nearly 10 full weeks of your life every year unpaid. Now your 2,000-hour job is actually a 2,375-hour commitment. So if you divide your $60,000 salary by 2,375 hours, your hourly rate drops from $30 to about $25, and we're still not done. Because your job follows you home. Sunday night anxiety, stress after work, thinking about tasks even when you're off the clock. If you include all the mental energy your job consumes, your real hourly rate might fall closer to $18 to $22. Now here's something most people never calculate. Your job costs you money just to maintain it. Think about transportation, gas, maintenance, parking. That alone can cost $4,000 a year. Then there's work clothes. Suits, shoes, dry cleaning, it adds up to around $1,500 annually. And then lunch. Even a modest $6 a day over 250 days is another $1,500. Add everything together, and it's $15,000 just to show up. Now subtract that from your $60,000. You're down to $46,000. But wait, we haven't even talked about taxes yet. After taxes, you take home $43,000. Subtract your job-related costs, and your real usable income drops closer to $29,000. Let that sink in. You thought you were earning $60,000, but in reality, you're living on about half of that. And nobody ever told you this. Now here's another hidden cost one that's not on any spreadsheet: stress. Chronic work stress doesn't just affect your health, it affects your spending. Stressed individuals spend 12% to 18% more on unnecessary purchases. Take out because you're too tired. Shopping to reward yourself after a long week. That alone can cost an extra $5,000 a year. Stress leads to issues like poor sleep, anxiety, and more. Those come with financial costs, doctor visits, medication, missed work. Your job is not just costing you time and money. It might be costing you your health. Now, let's shift to something that actually matters more than your salary, your net worth. Income helps you survive. Wealth gives you freedom. Most people spend their lives earning and spending. Their savings sit in an account earning 2% while inflation is at 5%. Meanwhile, wealthy individuals focus on assets. Assets are things that generate income without requiring your time. Real estate, businesses, investments, royalties. A salary is not an asset. It only works if you show up. The moment you stop, it stops. You can't sell it. You can't scale it. It has no value beyond your next paycheck. Every year focusing only on salary is a lost year. Think about it. Two people work in the same company. One builds assets. The other just earns and spends. 10 years later, one has wealth. This is the core of the trap. You're not just missing out on wealth, you're helping someone else build it. Now here's a simple exercise. Grab a pen and paper. Write down everything you own. Then write down everything you owe. Subtract one from the other. That number is your net worth. For many people, it's a negative number. That hits hard. You're not failing. You're just playing a game where the rules were never explained to you, so what do you do now? First, calculate your real hourly rate. Not the advertised one, the actual one. Include your commute, your stress, your hidden costs. Second, separate income from wealth in your mind. Your paycheck is not your progress. Your net worth is. Third, start building even one small asset. A side income. A small investment. A skill you can monetize. Writing, designing, teaching, consulting. Something that earns outside your job. Even $50 a month is a step forward. And finally, track your net worth every year. Not your salary, not your job title, your net worth. Because that's the real scoreboard. Your job feels different the moment you don't depend on it completely. When you have other income streams, you act differently. The fear starts to disappear, and when fear disappears, the trap loses its power. This isn't a crisis. This is clarity. Stay on the same path. Or slowly start building a different one. Not overnight, but consistently. One step at a time. Monday will come again. The alarm will go off. But this time, something will be different. You won't just be working. You'll be thinking, planning, building. And that's where everything begins.